Hello, this is Johnson-Klonsky. Welcome. I've been waiting for you. There's a lot going on in the world, and it's easy to stray off track. But no matter what, you're staying the course, and you are to be commended for that. And I want to acknowledge you for doing just that. Today, we are on the emotions portion of Evolve. In the overview, we covered 3 main points. All being vulnerable and fearing rejection as we increase our request for support, our reluctantly accepting some limitations caused by our change, and being emotionally stronger. When we are on the emotions portion of Evolve, we recognize that not everyone has processed this change the same as we have. There may be those close to us, in our home or in our places of business, that have chosen different ways to process. Some may have decided to close the door and not even admit that it happened. Others may be still caught up on what was before, that they are not really connected to what's happening now. There may be a lot of different reactions that we could experience. But what is important is that although each one of these reactions will touch us in a different way, we have to decide how we want to emerge. Sometimes, when we have choices to make about how we're going to show up, we may find it challenging based on the reaction of those that are around us. We may decide that maybe we shouldn't show fully up because others may not be able to handle it. We may choose to silence ourselves so that we can be among those in our environment. Have you ever changed how you showed up in an environment based on those that were already there? We're being very passionate about who we are now and what we've come through and where we want to go. Keep that passion so that you can emerge as a better version of yourself and not be stuck in the change. It's important for our emotional health during this time to remember that we are the evidence. When my daughter was born, my oldest, I was walking to the nursery to greet my firstborn, and the nurse told me she wasn't there. They had taken her for a test, a problem with her heart. When I woke up, I saw doctors around me. I had passed out. And then I discovered it was true, that my precious little girl had a major problem. But I loved her. And they taught me how to take care of her. And I took her home. And I listened very carefully as they explained to me. This medication right here If you give her too much, it will stop her heart. If you give her too less, it will stop her heart. So it's really important that you bring her back every week so we can weigh her, because based on the weight is how much medication she can get. Sometimes in life we are presented with something that snatches our breath away. It just comes in like a thief in the night. And we are faced with some fear that we had never even imagined. We feel like our heart has stopped. Can I do this? We're not sure. Have you ever had something show up on your door and demand of you to be someone that you wasn't even sure you knew how to be? That's what happened. And what I learned from that is that I am the evidence. And what I want you to learn by all the things that brought you here today, including the change, is you are the evidence. There are so many times where you stepped up to something that was in your face and you took care of business. So during this time, when our emotions are so vulnerable and we fear rejection, remember, you are the evidence that there have been a lot of no's before, and yet you're still standing strong. And there have been a lot of, I can't do that, but yet you went on. During the evolve stage, when we are focusing on our emotions, there's passion about who can emerge, and there's vulnerability and fear. But what I want to leave with you is, look at the evidence. And remembering that will help you to stand up to that fear of rejection, to stand up to and acknowledge your being vulnerable, but not let it stop you. The next video will be our actions. At the beginning, I wanted to recognize you, and I want to recognize you again for your dedication to and commitment to evolving. As always, thrive each day while honoring what's truly important to you.